Imagine taking one single photo and turning it into an entire collection of professional camera angles, like you hired a whole film crew to shoot from every perspective. That's exactly what I'm about to show you, and honestly, it's one of the most satisfying creative workflows I've discovered in months. Most people think you need to generate dozens of separate images or spend hours trying to get different angles to look consistent. But there's actually a way simpler method that keeps everything perfectly aligned while giving you complete control over every shot. And once you have these multiple angles, you can turn them into stunning videos that look like they came straight out of a professional studio. So in this video, I'm walking you through my exact process for transforming one image into multiple camera angles using OpenArt's camera angle control feature, and then I'll show you how to animate those angles into gorgeous cinematic videos. By the way, if you want to follow along, I'll leave a link for OpenArt in the description below. So let's get started and create something beautiful together. First things first, we need to start with a solid base image. This is going to be the foundation for all our different camera angles, so we want it to look good. Now you have two options here. You can either generate a brand new image inside OpenArt, or you can upload an existing image that you already love. For this tutorial, I'm going to generate a fresh image so you can see the entire process from start to finish. Head over to OpenArt, and on the left side of your screen, you'll see the main navigation menu. Click on Create Image to open up the image generation workflow. Once you're in there, you'll notice at the top there is a button that says Switch. Click that, and you'll see a massive library of different AI models you can choose from. For this project, I'm going with Nano Banana Pro that just released and is as of now the best image generation model. I'm going to type in a detailed prompt here. The more specific you are, the better your results will be. My prompt is photo of a young woman with long flowing brown hair, wearing a cozy cream-colored sweater, sitting in a modern minimalist room with soft natural window lighting, warm tones, professional photography, detailed facial features, relaxed expression. Before I hit generate, I'm turning on the auto enhance feature. This is honestly such a great feature because it automatically refines your prompt to get even better results without you having to overthink every single word. I'm also going to set my aspect ratio to something that works well for video content. I'll go with a 16:9 widescreen format since that's what we'll eventually use for our videos. Below that, there is resolution and advanced settings. I choose one number of images. Now I'll click Create and let it work. And look at that. The image came out beautifully. The lighting is soft and natural, the details are noticeable, and this is going to be the perfect base for creating our multiple camera angles. Okay, now things get really exciting. Most people don't even know this feature exists, but OpenArt has this incredible tool called Camera Angle Control that lets you take one image and generate completely different perspectives from it. To access it, go back to that left-hand menu and click on Image again. You'll see a sub-menu appear, and right there you'll find Camera Angle Control. Click on that. You can also find it directly on the main interface, but I like using the menu because it keeps everything organized. Once you click it, you'll see the Camera Angle Control workspace open up. The interface is actually pretty straightforward, which I love, because nobody wants to spend hours figuring out complicated tools. At the very top, you'll see two model options, Ultra and Fast. Ultra gives you the absolute best quality with the most realistic results. Fast is obviously quicker if you just want to test things out or spend less credits. For this tutorial, I'm sticking with Ultra because we want those gorgeous, professional-looking results, but both work well. Right below the model selection, you'll see a section where you can upload your image, you can click to browse your files, or even pull something from your generation history if you just created it like we did. I'm gonna grab the image we just generated. I'll click on History and select it from there. And there it is, loaded and ready to transform. Now this is the part where you really get to play around and have fun. You'll see a section labeled Camera Move with several different options. Let me break down what each one does because understanding these is key to getting exactly the angles you want. Front View gives you a front-facing perspective. If your original image is on a slight angle, selecting forward will straighten it out and give you that direct face-on view. The Rear View does exactly what it sounds like. It shows you the rear or back view of your subject. This is perfect when you want to show someone from behind, maybe walking away or looking at something in the distance. Up creates a top-down perspective, like the camera is positioned above your subject looking down. This gives you that elevated bird's eye view that can look really cinematic. Down puts the camera at a lower angle looking up. This creates a more dramatic, powerful perspective that's great for making your subject feel more prominent. Then you have left and right, which shift the camera to those respective sides. These are perfect for profile shots or three-quarter views. And finally, there's custom, which lets you type in your own specific camera movement if you want something really unique. For example, you could type ultra-wide angle to get a broader field of view. Let's start creating some different perspectives. I'm going to begin with a rear view because I think it'll create a really interesting contrast to our front-facing original image. I'll select rear from the camera movement options, leave everything else at default for now, and click Create. The generation only takes a few seconds, which is honestly so convenient. You'll see a preview window, and then your generated image shows up as a thumbnail on the generation. And wow, look at that. We now have a beautiful back view of our character. You can see her hair flowing down, the sweater from behind, and the room from this new perspective. It looks like it was shot at the same time as the original, even though we just generated it from that one single image. Now let's try a top-down view. I'll select up from the camera movements and generate again. This is so cool. Now we have this elevated perspective looking down at our character. You can see more of the room, the way she's positioned, and it adds such a different vibe to the scene. Let me generate a few more angles. I'll do left to get a side profile view. Beautiful. The consistency is incredible. Same lighting, same character, same room, just a completely different angle. Now I'll try down to get that lower angle looking up. This one creates such a cinematic feel. The camera is positioned below eye level, which makes the shot feel more intimate and engaging. Now, beyond just the basic camera movements, OpenArt also gives you different camera types that change the overall composition of your shot. Scroll down a bit and you'll see camera type with options like top-down, wide angle, close-up, and custom. Let me show you how these work in combination with the camera movements. I'll select wide angle and set the camera movement back to front view. This is going to give us a front-facing view, but with a much broader field of view. Click Create and look at the difference. You can see so much more of the environment now. The edges of the frame capture more of the room, and there's this really nice sense of space. Now let's try close-up with a front-facing angle. This is great when you want to highlight the face and show more emotion. The shot is tighter, feels more personal, and really pulls attention to your character's features. You can also combine these in creative ways. For example, if I choose wide angle and up together, I get this dramatic top-down view with a bigger, wider scene. The field of view gets much wider and you can see more of the scene from above. It creates a really cool, dramatic look that works great for creative or stylized videos. There's another powerful feature that most people overlook, and that's rotation. Above the camera type section, you'll see a rotation slider. This lets you rotate your camera angle in any direction from left to right. Think of it like turning your camera around your subject. Now that you understand all the controls, the goal is to create a complete library of angles from your original image. I'm going to generate several more variations so we have a full collection to work with. I'll generate more of a close-up front view, a wide-angle side view, a rotated three-quarter view, and maybe a dramatic low-angle shot. Each generation only takes a few seconds, and they all save automatically to your Assets folder, which you can access from the main menu on the left. The beauty of this workflow is that every single angle maintains perfect consistency. Same character, same lighting, same environment, just different perspectives. This is honestly a game changer if you're creating content that needs visual continuity, like storytelling videos, character showcases, or even product demonstrations. Okay, now once you have all these different camera angles, you can animate them into videos using OpenArt's video generation features. Let me show you how this works. Click on one of the images you just generated. At the top right corner, you'll see a button that says Image to Video. Click that. This opens up OpenArt's video generation interface in a new tab, and your image is already loaded as the starting frame. Now you'll see several video model options like Veo 3 and Sora 2. For this, I'm going to use Kling 2.5 because it creates extremely realistic videos and handles human subjects beautifully. In the prompt box, I'll describe the motion I want. For this front-facing angle, I'll write character sitting calmly, gentle breathing, subtle head movement, soft natural lighting, cinematic quality. I'll set the quality mode to Pro for the best results, and the duration to 5 seconds. Now I'll click Create and let it generate. And look at that. We just turned a static image into a realistic video. The character moves naturally, the lighting stays consistent, and it looks absolutely professional. Now I can take that backward-facing angle we generated and animate that too. I'll click Image to Video on that one and write a different prompt. Camera slowly pulls back as character stands still, revealing more of the room, smooth cinematic movement. Generate that, and now we have a completely different video from a different perspective. You can do this with every single angle you create. Imagine having a front view, back view, side view, top-down view, and close-up, all animated and ready to edit together into one big video sequence. This is exactly how professional filmmakers create dynamic content with multiple camera cuts, except we're doing it entirely with AI in a fraction of the time. So now you know exactly how to turn one image into multiple professional camera angles and then animate them into beautiful videos. With OpenArt's camera angle control feature, you can create content that looks like it came from a full production studio, all from a single starting image. If you want to start creating multi-angle videos that look absolutely professional, click the link in the description and sign up for OpenArt. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.